Ladies and gentlemen, we have perhaps never witnessed such a horrifying scene in a city like Dubai. A massive amount of rainfall, equivalent to more than a year and a half, has poured down in just a few hours, turning this desert city into a vast water basin. Roads, airports, and residential areas have been submerged under the relentless rising floodwaters. For the first time in history, Dubai is struggling against a natural disaster with such devastating destructive power. The heavy rains have transformed Dubai's wide, expansive roads into raging rivers. Cars, once the pride of their wealthy owners, are now nothing more than lifeless hunks of metal floating on the water's surface. People are fleeing in panic as the floodwaters continue to rise by the minute. This terrifying scene is something no one could have anticipated in a city known for its opulence and cutting-edge modernity. Chaos has engulfed Dubai International Airport. Passengers, once preparing for their flights, are now left unsure of where to go. Floodwaters have entered the waiting areas, and flights have been delayed or canceled one after another. Thousands of people have had to sleep on the floors amid the confusion and tension. An international airport of this magnitude has now become a chaotic scene of floodwaters and bewilderment. Not only the streets and airport, but even once peaceful residential areas have now fallen victim to the disaster. Thousands of residents have been forced to abandon their homes as the floodwaters surged in too quickly. Many families are left without shelter, with no choice but to climb onto their rooftops, clinging to the faint hope that they can escape the ever-rising floodwaters. The scene is beyond imagination. Their homes, once a place of safety, are now nothing but dark patches amid the vast sea of water. Even the large shopping malls, symbols of Dubai's luxury and prosperity, have not been spared from the devastating power of nature. Powerful torrents of water have swept through every corner of these malls, carrying away goods and submerging the luxury stores. Many shoppers are in panic, desperately trying to escape the flooded malls, while the ground floors have completely disappeared beneath the surging waters. Ladies and gentlemen, this storm is truly an unprecedented weather phenomenon. It formed over the Arabian Sea, swiftly moving across the Gulf of Oman and hitting Dubai with terrifying force. According to meteorologists, this is a massive storm system with devastating power, and Dubai's arid climate is ill-equipped to handle such torrential rainfall. This storm is also causing heavy rains and flooding in neighboring countries like Oman and southeastern Iran. As you can see, even luxury cars, symbols of wealth, have been swept away by the floods. There is no distinction between the rich and the poor. Everyone faces the terrifying power of nature. Many cars have been carried far away, while others have only their roofs peeking above the water's surface. Some have sunk deep into the murky floodwaters, with little hope of being recovered. This is one of the most terrifying moments we have ever witnessed. The drivers and passengers in this car faced death as floodwaters began pouring in through the windows. They tried to open the doors to escape, but the powerful and fast-moving water made every effort futile. This scene has quickly spread on social media, serving as a clear testament to the danger the people of Dubai are facing in these critical hours. The scene in the suburban areas of Dubai is now entirely different. Residential neighborhoods, once home to thousands of people, have been reduced to a vast expanse of water. Only a few rooftops can be seen peeking above the surface. These neighborhoods have been completely submerged by the floods, and no one could have imagined that a city as vibrant as this would now face such a devastating and desolate sight. Ladies and gentlemen, the images we have just shared are only a glimpse of the disaster unfolding in Dubai. This is not just a heavy rain or an ordinary flood. This is a natural catastrophe with the most devastating impact the city has ever witnessed. Dubai, with all its luxury and modernity, has now become a chaotic battleground between humanity and nature. The city's drainage system has been overwhelmed, and there is no sign that the situation will improve in the coming hours. Not only the roads and residential areas, but even Dubai International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world, is now submerged in water. Passengers, who were once waiting to board their flights to safety, are now stranded in the floodwaters. Some have sat down on the floor in despair, unsure of what to do as their flights have been canceled, and the airport is no longer a safe refuge. According to meteorologists, the weather conditions are expected to become even more complicated in the coming days. Although heavy rains are predicted to gradually decrease, smaller rain showers will continue, and the city's drainage system has been overwhelmed, keeping the risk of flooding very high. Residents are warned not to leave their homes and to stay away from flooded areas to ensure the safety of themselves and their families. Dubai's rescue teams are racing against time to save those who are trapped. Rescue boats and specialized vehicles have been deployed to the flooded areas, but harsh weather conditions are hindering their efforts. With each passing minute, the chances of survival for those trapped diminish. Rescuers are facing significant challenges as the floodwaters continue to rise relentlessly. This is one of the most serious emergencies that Dubai has ever faced. We urge all of you to remain calm, follow all instructions from the authorities, and avoid leaving your homes. The floodwaters are rising rapidly, and any wrong move could lead to disastrous consequences. Please stay in place and wait for further instructions from the rescue teams. Dubai, the city of luxury, skyscrapers, and prosperity, is now submerged in a sea of water. The people who once lived in opulence are now facing an unprecedented disaster. This is not just a tragedy for this city, but also a harsh reminder of humanity's fragility in the face of nature's devastating power. We will continue to provide the latest updates, and we hope that Dubai will soon overcome this catastrophe.